Dear students, now we are going to start a new chapter, that is plant ecology. So this unit, plant ecology, consists of three different chapters. First one is principles of ecology, next one is ecosystem, and third one is basic issues which is related to environmental issues regarding ecology. So these are the three important units we are going to discuss. So far in the previous chapters, previous units like either genetics or biotechnology, both are very difficult. Especially biotechnology is far difficult than genetics. But hereafter all the chapters will be very easy. If you listen very carefully, this might be very easy to you. Once if you go through, you can write as it is. So it is very easy for you. Just listen very carefully. Among these three units, first unit is principles of ecology. First of all, we should understand about what is the title, meaning of the title. Principles of ecology. First of all, what is ecology? Ecology. The term ecology itself, it is divided into two different terms. Eco and logy, or eco and logos. Logos or logy means study of. Eco means environment. So, study of environment is called as ecology. So, what are the basic principles which are related to the environment, which will be called as principles of ecology? Actually, ecology is a specialized division of biology which deals with the study of environment in relation to organisms. What do you mean? So, whatever the environmental factors which is directly interlinked with the organisms which are combined together are called as ecology. It can be studied by considering individual organisms or population or community or biomes or biosphere and their environment. While observing our different environment, one can ask the questions like, why do plants or animals vary with different places, for example? So this is a question you might be arises. A lot of questions might be arises. Among them, why do plants or animals vary with different places? For example, some of the plants and animals which are living in forest or hills area, they are entirely different from the plants and animals which are living in plateau or plain region or in a normal terrestrial region. Or if you consider about the animals and plants which are living in aquatic region, whether it is freshwater or marine water, whatever may be. So every plants and animals are vary with different habitat or different environment. Why it is? So this is a question might be arises why we are going to study about the environment. What are the causes for variation or biological diversity of different places? That means some of the animals like fish or even blue whale, they are having entirely different from the fish which are living in freshwater or the insects which are living in freshwater. The plants which are living in freshwater will be entirely different from the plants which are living in marine or seawater. So, even though it is both are aquatic organisms, why they are varying? So, this is a great question might be arises. Next, how soil, climate and other physical features affect the flora and fauna or vice versa. What do you mean by flora? Flora means plants. Fauna means animals. How the soil, climatic conditions or any other physical features like sunlight, water vapor or temperature or pressure, these are all various physical features. How these are all affect on these plants and animals. These are all various questions might be arises while we are going to study about ecology. These questions can be better answered with the study of ecology. If you study thoroughly, if you observe very carefully about the study of ecology, then you can very clearly understand about, you can clearly solve about the questions you have been arises for you. So ecology is essentially a practical science. So simply it is not a common science, it is a practical science. It is simply, if you say ecology is a simple environment which is related to organisms, we may just observe it. But It is not a simple science. It is practical science which are involving experiments, continuous observations to predict how organisms react to the particular environment circumstances and understanding the principles which are involving in environment or ecology. So these are all the things have to be studied. The term ecology was broadly described by many scientists. Among them, some of the scientists have been explained or defined this ecology in different manner, but everything is same. What happened? The organisms which are living on the anywhere else in the on the earth, which is related to the are mutually interlinked with the environment. So that is nothing but ecology or environment. The term ecology, which is derived from Greek word ecology. Eikos mean in Greek house or dwelling places, or logos meaning study. So study of a dwelling place, or study of the habitat, the study of home of an organism, which are called as ecology. According to Reiter, it was first proposed by Reiter in the year 1868. However, most widely accepted definition of ecology was given by Ernst Haeckel. What he has given? He has given that ecology is defined as it is a mutual interrelationship between organism and the environment. That's all about ecology. It's a beautiful definition given by Ernst Haeckel. So we should understand about who are the father of ecology. All over the world, if you see, Alexander von Humboldt will be called as father of ecology all over the world. As far as India is concerned, father of Indian ecology was R. Misra. Who was R. Misra. Father of modern ecology was Eugene P. Odum. Odum is commonly, he was called as father of modern ecology. So this is a basic idea to know about ecology. So as I said just now, various definitions have been given by many scientists. Among them, two important definitions we are going to discuss. One is given by Reiter in the year 1885. The study of living organisms, both plants and animals, including microorganisms, in their natural habitats or homes, which are called as ecology, as far as Reiter is concerned. According to Ernst Haeckel, in the year 1889, he has proposed the definition for ecology. Actually, ecology is a study of reciprocal relationship between living organism and the environment. For example, if you are living in your home, so what are the environment which is related to your family, your house? That means you need water, you need oxygen, you need food, you need whatever you want to live, better living. These are all interrelationship. That means this ecology is nothing. It is an intellectual relationship or interrelationship or mutual reciprocal relationship between biotic and abiotic components which are available in your habitat. That's all. That's all about this is a simple definition for ecology. So various ecological hierarchy order to be understood. What is hierarchy order? Interactions of various organisms which are related to their environment result in establishment of grouping of organisms. That means a single organism combined together with same type of species or same kind of organisms are called as population. For example, one mango tree. Similarly, number of mango trees are available in the surroundings or comes under same population. One puppy, all the puppies which are related to, which are available in a particular surrounding will be considered as population. That means lot of single individual organisms are combined together, are organized together, are grouping together to form population. Similarly, populations are organized together to form community. Similarly, communities are organized together to form ecosystem. Similarly, number of ecosystems, forest ecosystem, or marine ecosystem, or freshwater ecosystem, or terrestrial ecosystem, or forest, whatever may be, or even desert ecosystem. All the ecosystems are combined together to form landscape. All the landscape will be combined together to form biome. All the biomes are grouping together to form biosphere. So this is the ecological hierarchy order. Individual organism combined together, population combined together, community combined together, ecosystem combined together, landscape combined together, biome combined together, biosphere. It's very important, 2 mark or 3 mark questions they used to be asked. So keep in your mind, ecological hierarchy. Next we are going to discuss about another important 2 mark questions about branches of ecology. Various types of ecology. Among the various branches of ecology, 2 important ecologies are very important. They are called as act ecology and synecology. What do you mean by act ecology? Act ecology is nothing but it is an ecology of individual species and is also called as species ecology. That means the environment which is related to individual species are called as act ecology. Dear children, it is very important, the branch of ecology. The branch of as many number of branches will be available in the ecology. Among them, 2 important terms or 2 important branches of ecology we should know for each and everyone. They are called as act ecology and synecology. What is meant by act ecology? Act ecology is nothing but, so it is a study of environment which is related to individual species, not individual organism, individual species. That means not only a single mango tree. So what are the mango trees which are available in the particular population? All are combined together will be called as act ecology. Then synecology. What is meant by synecology? Synecology is nothing but ecology of population or community. That means more number of species are combined together. If you study about the ecology of as many number of population which are combined together, as many number of species are living together, these ecology will be called as synecology. For example, so this is a village. In this village, lot of cow, buffaloes, human being, dogs, plants, animals, lot of living things are living together. Now it is called synecology. So synecology means the study of the population, the community which is related to with the environment. So both the biotic and abiotic components which are present in the particular area will be interrelate or interrelationship with each other, which will be considered as what you call synecology. So these 2 definition is also very important. So next we are going to see another important concept is habitat and niche. So this is also very important, 3 mark question. What are the differences between habitat and niche? So first of all you should understand what is habitat, what is niche. Habitat means the physical place in which the organisms live. That means where the plant is available, whether it is available on normal land, whether it is available near to the seashore, whether it is available on in the forest, or it is available on mountain hills. So where it is available. That means home is a habitat for you. That means the place in which you live or the organisms live are considered as habitat. Then what is niche? Niche is nothing but it is an ecological niche refers as the organism plays in a biotic environment and its functional role in an ecosystem. That means the ecology which is related to the functional space or functional living place. What do you mean? For example, if you consider that some of the animals which are living in the forest, suppose antelopes, deers or herbivorous animals are living together in the forest. They used to be grazing on grasses. What happened? After certain period, all the grasses will be removed or vanished due to grazing. Then what happened? A rich amount of food material might not be available. Then what will happen? All the animals will be shipped over to another places. That means the organisms which are living in a particular place which is for functional. What do you mean by functional? It is for food and reproduction. So if the organisms are surviving in a particular place for its food and various functions, then this is called as niche. Understand the difference? Suppose, very easily I shall tell you. Your father is living at home. It is a habitat of your father. Suppose, if your father is working in a bank, he used to visit a bank every day. Now, this is a niche of your father. Then you can understand very easily. So, it is not correct meaning. In order to understand very easily for you, I have given this type of example. But originally, what is meant by habitat? The place in which you live or the organism which are living at a place will be called as habitat. Then what is niche? Niche is a functional place in which the organisms available. That is called as, what do you call it? Niche. So most importantly, this 3 mark question, they used to be asked on what are the differences between habitat and niche. So you should understand. Yes, specific, what is habitat? Habitat is a specific physical space occupied by an organism. Organism is a group of organisms combined together, species. What is niche? Niche is a functional space occupied by an organism in the same ecosystem. That means the habitat might be having various other species also living together. But in niche, only one kind of organisms will be there. That means only one kind of species will be there. So the place in which only one kind of species will be living for their functional purposes. They are called as niche. Then second point of habitat. Same habitat may be shared by many organisms, many species also. So the habitat can be shared by not only a particular single species but also many organisms. What do you mean? In the same place might be occupied by various cows, buffaloes, sheep, goat, various plants, including human being. That means many species can be occupied at a particular place. But as far as niche is concerned, a single niche is occupied by a single species alone. That means a specialized place which will be occupied by lion. So another specialized place which will be occupied by hyena. Another place is occupied by deer. So a specialized place is occupied by a single species as far as niche is concerned. So habitat specificity is exhibited by organism. That means once a habitat is decided for an organism, they won't change the same habitat throughout their life. They spend throughout their life in the same habitat. But on the other hand, niche, the organism may change their niche with time and season. If food is available, they can survive. If the food is not available, they will shift to somewhere else. So this is called niche. So this is the main differences between habitat and niche. Next we are going to discuss about ecological equivalence. What is meant by ecological equivalence? For example, some of the species are plants or animals which are living in a particular climatic conditions or particular area. The same area might be available some other places which is very far away from us. The species of plants or animals which are living in the similar conditions of different places might not be the same. So this is called as ecological equivalence. So ecological equivalence are nothing but taxonomically different species occupying similar habitat. That means niche in different geographical regions are called as ecological equivalence. For example, certain species of epiphytes. Epiphytes means phyte means plant, epi means on. So certain plants which are living on other plant are called as epiphytes. Orchids. Orchids is a kind of epiphytic plants. Certain species of epiphytic species are Western Ghats. Western Ghats means the mountain region or hills, forest region which are present in the western part of India, like in Kerala, then Maharashtra, Karnataka, Maharashtra, Goa, Gujarat. These are all the belt which are having various mountain range. These mountain ranges are called as Western Ghats. So the specialized plants called orchids. These orchid plants, they are having a special epiphytic orchids. These epiphytic orchids which are present in the Western Ghats, The same climatic conditions, same similar condition might be available in South America as well. There also the same epiphytic orchid might be there in South America as well. So the epiphytic orchids which are present in the Western Ghats of India might not be similar to the epiphytic orchids which are present in the South America. So certain species of epiphytic orchids of Western Ghats of India differ from the epiphytic orchids of South America. This is very good example for ecological equivalence. But both